The phone blared at 2 a.m., shattering the quiet of my night shift. 911, what's your emergency? I answered, voice steady despite the hour. A shrill voice erupted. There's a trespasser in my neighborhood. Some girl in a fake uniform sneaking around. The address she spat out was mine. My blood ran cold. I was the trespasser, Lila, a 25-year-old dispatcher, parked in my driveway after a grueling shift. The caller? Karen, the HOA tyrant who'd been harassing me for weeks over my unapproved porch light. I kept calm, logging the call while my coworker Jamal stifled a laugh. She doesn't know it's you, he whispered. I shook my head, heart racing. Karen's voice grew louder, demanding cops arrest the intruder. I dispatched an officer, Officer Reyes, a friend who knew my address. Lila, this Karen lady's in for a surprise. He chuckled over the radio. I stayed professional, but inside I was fuming. Karen had crossed the line, weaponizing 911 for her petty vendetta. Reyes arrived within minutes. I stepped outside, still in my dispatcher headset, to see Karen on her lawn, arms crossed, smirking. Her smugness vanished when Reyes greeted me by name. Lila, you okay? He asked. Karen's jaw dropped. You know her, she stammered. Reyes nodded, explaining I was a 911 dispatcher, not a trespasser. I watched her face cycle through shock, denial, then rage. She's lying. Karen shrieked, pointing at me. She's no dispatcher. Reyes raised an eyebrow, pulling up my employee ID on his tablet. The evidence was undeniable. Karen doubled down, claiming I'd faked my job to intimidate her. That's when Jamal's voice crackled through my headset. Lila, got something you'll love. He'd pulled the HOA's public records during my break. Karen wasn't just a busybody, she'd been fined twice for misusing HOA funds. I hadn't planned to use it, but her lies pushed me over. Karen, I said coolly, maybe you're upset because I reported your pool permit violation last month? Her eyes widened. The twist hit hard. She hadn't known I was the anonymous tipster who'd cost her a $500 fine. The crowd of neighbors now gathered gasped. Reyes stepped in, voice firm. Ma'am, filing a false 911 report is a misdemeanor. Karen's bravado crumbled. She sputtered excuses, her safety, her rights, but the neighbors weren't buying it. Mrs. Chun, a quiet retiree who'd never spoken up, broke the silence. Karen, you've bullied us for years. This ends now. The unexpected ally stunned Karen into silence. Mrs. Chun revealed she'd recorded Karen's rants, including threats to call the cops on anyone who disobeys. The crowd murmured, phones out, filming Karen's downfall. Reyes issued Karen a citation $1,000 for the false report. Her hand shook as she signed, tears streaking her face. This is unfair, she wailed, but no one sympathized. The neighbors, emboldened, started chanting, No more Karen. I felt a pang of pity. She'd brought this on herself, but her humiliation was raw. Still, justice tasted sweet. I'd spent months enduring her notes, her glares, her rules. Now she'd face consequences. As Reyes drove off, Mrs. Chun squeezed my hand. You stood up for us, Lila. Thank you. The neighbors clapped, some teary-eyed. I hadn't realized how much Karen's reign had hurt them. Jamal, still on my headset, cheered. You're a legend. I laughed, exhaustion fading. The night shift wasn't just about saving lives, it was about fighting for what's right, even in my own backyard. By morning, Karen's citation was the talk of the neighborhood. She'd slunk indoors, blinds shut. The HOA held an emergency meeting, voting to remove her as president. I didn't attend. I was back on shift, answering calls, saving lives. But I heard the cheers from my driveway. Life felt lighter. Standing up to bullies isn't easy, but it's worth it. Karen thought she could control everyone, but truth and courage outlasted her lies. I'm no hero, just a dispatcher who refused to back down. What do you think? Was Karen's punishment fair? Or did she deserve worse? Share your thoughts. I'm listening.